Speaking freedom. Speaking freedom. Giving you the answers to be free. Be free. Be free. 'Cause we're speaking freedom.
So, here's my review of the verses last night between Gucci and Jeezy. First and foremost, I get it. I understand. And from my understanding, he wasn't talking about his clothes just for the sake of talking about his clothes or his jewelry. From my understanding, and this is why I wanted to speak on it, because at first, first and foremost, I'm not from Atlanta. I've just been living here since 2004. I don't know what their beef started about, like what made the whole trying to get him killed or chain snatch thing, like what brought about that part. Like, what I do know is that at some point or another, Jeezy said he was willing to pay $10,000 for anybody to take his chain. Now, I don't know if it was his chain or his life, but if you go and try to rob the wrong nigga, you're going to have to take his life to take his chain. So I believe, from my understanding and grasping what has gone on, Jeezy mentioned that his outfit was $10,000 alone because that was the price tag that was put on his head at one point. And then he mentioned his jewelry being worth $5 million because, nigga, if you was trying to take that little bitty chain that I had back then, I bet you won't take what I got on now. Now, I'm not saying this to instigate in any way, shape, form, or fashion. But what I am saying this for is to communicate the understanding of where a person comes from when they saying something. Like, I don't know if y'all have ever been in real beefs before or known people have beefs before, but sometimes when people say bitch or nigga when I see you, it's on sight. That on sight means, nigga, the first time I lay my eyes on you, it's up. And unfortunately, for most people, somebody ends up in a body bag or a box. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I believe that the approach that was taken was necessary. One, because they had real beef. This ain't no goddamn, oh, we rapping against each other beef. Like, real, like, nigga, somebody tried to come and kill me, and I killed his ass because he was trying to come and rob me and kill me. And I got off on it because it was justified. So that's my understanding. And it's because everybody's like, well, why is he childish talking about how much he got on? But if you don't know the history, then you don't understand why he mentioned that his outfit was 10 grand and his jewelry is now 5 million. Because, nigga, I'm telling you to try me if you want to. So all of it, I mean, it could have been hype, but I believe that those was real, genuine feelings. And he might have said, like, nigga, if I'm gonna go against you, I am playing these records, and I'm gonna really say how I motherfucking feel. So, you know what I'm saying? It's whatever. Like, and it probably, because everybody's like, well, Gucci came in on something, I'm about to instigate some shit. No, he was getting the shit off his chest that's been on his chest since the moment that price was put on it. So if and this is the part that people don't understand, if you've never been into a lot of fights, if you've never had a real serious beef, if you've, like, I fought people like on multiple occasions, and I, even as an adult, I was like nervous to go somewhere and meet up with somebody that I'm cool with because she's cool with and call herself cousins with somebody that I done fought multiple times before. And this ain't about being scared, it ain't nothing like that. But if you know that you and somebody then been into it on several occasions, then unless both people have agreed to be mature, have agreed to, squash whatever the beef is, then whoever felt like the initial target is going to be more defensive. I would say that would be me in this particular situation. And listen, I follow this person. I believe that we cool from, for where we could be considering all things. But until there was an icebreaker, we couldn't even be cool. And then, it's just crazy because when people haven't been in consecutive fights or fight a lot or, gain enemies for whoever they are, there are a lot of people that's like, I don't want to say everybody is a yes man, but some people are just more friendly and do whatever to make, befriend people. And, I'm so into who I am that I'm not going to say I am very personable. But that's why I call myself a personable antisocial, because even in high school, in the Army, I've always been cool with whoever is cool with me. But I'm not kissing your ass and hanging around you just to be around you. You know what I'm saying? Like, my mindset is a little bit different. So I'm saying all that to say this. I believe that everything that happened last night needed to happen. Gucci needed to say the shit that he said. He needed to get that shit off, because guess what? That man put a price on his head at one point. And even if you say, well, it was just for the chain, nigga, in order to get some niggas change, you're gonna have to kill them. Everybody ain't willing to goddamn drop them pockets. Some people's gonna lay down or get laid down. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when you have to defend yourself because somebody damn told somebody that they should come and rob you, then your mindset is going to be, first, it's going to be vicious, because I was the initial person that was targeted. I was put in danger. And this is the reason why I brought up the other thing, because for me, that initial fight that I had with this person was because I thought that she was coming for me. And then she didn't act like she wasn't. So it was like, okay, well, if this is what it is, and this is what it's going to be. But not going around a person, not being able to get that off, not really being able to talk about it or express yourself about what has happened will leave you like wondering, like, okay, he called me in for this type of meeting. But sometimes niggas be shady. Sometimes a nigga will meet up with you to have some shit waiting outside. So Gucci man's whole approach was understandable if you've ever been in the street and know about street violence. It was damn, I just lost the word. It's like, I want to say it was like, it was just due. It was understandable. It was relevant, maybe, because of the situation that occurred. Now, it has been 15 to 20 years. Both of them have grown. Both of them married. Both of them, you know what I'm saying, got children. Gucci got one on the way. Jeezy got a little child that can't be no more than about 4 or 5 or something like that. So the mindset should have grown. But until Gucci pressed upon that threshold to see where this nigga was really at, because a motherfucker can get you in the room again and be like, oh, it's cool. And then if you pop off, they goddamn gonna pop off. But if you pop off and they like, nah, you know what I'm saying? I know when a person know they is in the wrong in the beginning, that's the person that got to bring it to peace. Because if I think that you still trying to get me when we leave out of here, then I'm going to get you first. This is the mindset. So when Gucci was, you know what I'm saying, popping off, it wasn't, I'm popping off because... Hi, I'm Dr. Kaci. Not your typical clinical doctor. I am an ordained minister, but not your typical minister. I am also a certified life coach, love coach, sex coach, solution focused coach, transformation coach, and more. I have a whole lot of information that I would like to help you grow with. And I hope that soon I can help you be the best you that you can be. confidence, spirituality, and purpose. That's wholeness, complete. I want to fight you right now, or I want to kill you right now, or I want to hurt you right now. I'm popping off because you made the situation what it is when you put that price on my head. And everything that you put a price on, nigga, I'm double, triple, you know what I'm saying, quadruple times. So when Jeezy was trying to be like, well, let's versus real estate, he was just trying to throw off the real meaning of what, you know what I'm saying, Gucci Man was saying. Like, Jeezy know, like, okay, I believe that Jeezy know that he was wrong for ever saying that somebody needed to go and put a price on his head. But I don't know the backstory or what went on outside of what was in songs to make Jeezy put that price on that man's necklace. But what I know one thing is, when So Icy came out, them motherfuckers goddamn tore that shit up. Just like last night when it came on and it allowed for the piece to be made. But it had to be Gucci Man saying, nigga, I'm not scared of you. If you gonna try that shit again, do it now. Because when he said, nigga, you know what I'm saying, my jury is $5 million. This is him saying, nigga, if you thought what I had back then was something, if you want to try me now, and this is what I got on is even more, take that. When he said my outfit is 10 grand, nigga, the price that you put on my head, I'm wearing that right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, and again, I'm not saying this to instigate anything. I'm trying to give you an understanding of the mindset of the street. You know what I'm saying? I am not the hoodest person in the world. I am not the most street person in the world. I have not been ever in a gang. I've never been in jail. None of that shit. But what I do understand are people in the street, of the street, and from the street. What I do understand is the mentality, mindset, and understanding of people that come from different places. What I do know is the psychology and the behavior patterns of certain things. What I can relate to is having an ongoing beef with a person, and you don't know if the person that started the beef, had the beef, or quote unquote initiated the beef still has a beef with you. So in order, and I'm not saying that I would do this now because I believe, again, I follow the person, you know what I'm saying? I don't think it's no beef. I think she's, you know what I'm saying, pretty dope from what I see or what I've known. But because of the way the beef was, we would never be able to have that conversation without breaking the ice. So I'm not saying I'm going to test a person that I used to beef with way back then, but you do have to understand Gucci testing the ground to see if this nigga still got some animosity or if this nigga really done squashed the beef for real, and now you can move on and this is one less nigga that you get to worry about if he gonna send some goons or some, you know what I'm saying? What's a goon to a goblin? If he gonna send somebody your way, because if you feel like that he sent somebody to hurt you, then guess what? If you did it then let me see if you will do it now. So I'm gonna say everything I can to goddamn, and in a way that I can back up to pop my shit. Cause if you own that, then let's get it. But if you not, then I'm cool with it. So when he extended the olive branch, when he said, nah, it really for real, because some niggas be on entertainment shit and they'll do some shit just for the numbers and the entertainment, and then deep down inside still have beef in their heart. So when Jeezy had the opportunity to say, I really invited you here on some grown man shit, I'm not on that shit. It's too many niggas getting killed over stupid petty shit like this. So let's go ahead and act like grown men and put that shit behind us. That was years ago. That was the real opportunity in the moment right there where peace was really offered, because I don't believe Gucci ever just was at Jeezy. But once a nigga try to kill you, you goddamn, that's an enemy for life. In most cases. But it's been 15 years. They've both been able to grow up. They've both been able to, surpass every challenge that then faced them. Like, let me tell you something. And this is the only thing that I felt that Gucci, I think he eventually understood. or comprehend it within his own frame of mind. But at first, I just was thinking, like, you know what I'm saying? When you've grown up, when you've survived getting killed, when you've survived dope selling, going to jail, drug dealing, guns, and all that other shit, when you survived the streets, and you really, like, then survived and you done made a way outside of your street life, it's a lot of shit that you got to put behind you just because, nigga, you didn't survive that shit. You ain't about to succumb to some shit that you done already survived if you ain't got to. Like, now, the if you ain't got to is right when there was the challenge of, if you really trying to do this, let's do this. And then when that was like, nah, I'm really not here on that for real, for real. I really just want to be grown and make peace. That was when that moment happened. But until you have that moment, until you were able to pop your shit and get your shit off for real, you ain't gonna know what that person is really about. But he had to try him. He had to goddamn challenge him. You know what I'm saying? That was two kings. And like, when you are in for the culture, when you are in a herd, a tribe, and there is never just not, there is always more than one lion in a pack of lions. And there, I can't even think of what it's called at this moment, but you know what the hell I'm talking about. There is more than one male lion, and then there are several lionesses. So if you are two males and y'all challenge each other, and then you are the person that got defeated. Let's say, like, we could talk about Black Panther and Wakanda, when Killmonger and Black Panther had to go heads up to see who was gonna win, and then they would have went heads up again, and that's how they got to being at the ocean at the end. It's like that. That was like Jeezy being I'll call him Killmonger, just for the simple fact that he then put a price on somebody's head, and that nigga survived and killed the nigga that tried to come and get him. And then, so Jeezy is like Killmonger, and Gucci Mane is like motherfucking Black Panther. Now, you might not like that reference, and you might not like the way I'm explaining it, but who gives a fuck of what you like? You're listening. So, they went to try to, it's like when, because Black Panther in the movie was dead. They went and tried to kill Black Panther. He went after Black Panther, and just so happened that they was able to preserve his body and keep him alive. And then he was able to come back and still be great. But with Killmonger, he the one that went on the attack. But Black Panther, so Black Panther would have to go to Killmonger and test Killmonger. Like, nigga, you still on that shit? Let's get it if you still on it. And Killmonger would have to be like, you know what? I've made peace with the past. I'm, you know what I'm saying? I'm on some grown man shit. We beyond that shit, yada, 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 whoop, whoop, whoop. For Black Panther to be like, okay, well, we can chill out and we can be humble then. But if you come at me again, nigga, just know I'm going to do the same thing that I did before. I am not laying down, goddamn. So I get it. I got the whole thing. I understand it. And again, not because I think I'm the most street person in the world. I am not. I am a 38-year-old in a couple days that has witnessed a lot of street violence, that have gotten into a lot of fights myself, and that understand the mindset of beef. But I also understand the mindset of growth. So this video is really to help you understand the mindset, because people think that Jeezy one-upped Gucci Mane when Jeezy said, but I got real estate, or, you know what I'm saying? That shit don't mean nothing, because, nigga, you really don't own half of Atlanta. You probably got, you know what I'm saying, some nice little amount of properties or whatever you've invested in. But come on, half of Atlanta? Give me a break. And I'm not hating. If you got half of Atlanta, word up, more power to you, brother. But the move and the understanding was to try to belittle one and try to amplify the other. But different people, different different floats, your boats, something, I don't know, different people, different strokes, whatever floats your boat. I don't know. But you know what I'm saying? So people have different understandings, different perspectives. But if you really understood what happened in the past based on the knowledge and understanding that I have, then you will understand why he was saying the things that he was saying and the piece that was really made. Have a great day. Speaking Freedom presents Good Head Group, providing advanced spiritual studies and personal developmental insight. Brought to you by Love Gang and Speaking Freedom. We look forward to helping you grow in all the areas of your life. We hope that you find all the information needed for your growth. God bless. Please listen to all disclaimers provided. If you are currently under physician's care, please maintain that relationship. This is not intended to stop your current treatment plan. If you need physician care, please seek out medical attention. Please note, all results are based on the individual's ability to adapt and adjust to any given environment and situation. We are not responsible for your results at Speaking Freedom. The life enhancement coaches at Speaking Freedom provide information to help you grow. You are responsible for maintaining that growth, taking on and then applying the information to your individual life as you deem needed and necessary. This may contain and explain explicit content. Please use parental discretion. For best results, you will need an open mind, the ability to research, and a balanced lifestyle.
Please join us daily for your inspiration and motivation.
We have the entire world to offer you at your fingertips. Your life enhancement coaching specialist. Thank you for choosing us to assist you in accomplishing your personal and professional goals. And have a beautiful day. In love, we trust. This is brought to you by Good Head Group, Love Gang, and Speaking Freedom. We thank God for you, and we love you.